Hello, hi. Let me quickly check if my voice is audible for you. Yeah, I'm audible. Good. Lower the volume on my phone. Let me share the screen and we can go into live. Okay, endless screen. Okay, move this. Okay, so between our old video and this video, I took some liberty to create an web-based app on alienkitcha.blogspot.com. If you want the link, you can go and scan this code on Adobe. Okay, so you can scan this code and go to this app, web app. Okay, it's a temporary app, as in like you just put your data, get the data, and take a screenshot, and it won't be available when you refresh the page again. Okay, so it will be available for only one time and to anybody, and there is no history saved for any of your works. Okay, so that's the link. Let me quickly go and explain to you about the app, web app. Okay, it's a Pearson lab calculator. Okay. So when I saw the space calculator, it lacked the speed information for us, what is needed for us, or I didn't take a look at it properly. Okay, there was speed information lacked, and we did not have a pace per kilometer information. Okay, and of course, number of laps is needed. Okay, so and the speed need to be calculated both in kilometers and miles. Okay, so those informations were lagging in the old pace calculator app, and in during Miami Ultraskate session, they added that feature of pace inside this live results page itself. Like they had another column, and wherein like it'll talk you about the speed and the pace required to complete certain distance, or this thing, what is required to be done to achieve world record or any other thing. Okay, so they included in this, as when we had went to information page, we had few other options, right? Individuals, solo, team, and everything. In that thing, they had the pace for every rider. So every rider's information will be given for the pace. Okay. In this pace, in this speed, how much laps this rider would be completing. That information was given in Miami Ultraskate, during Miami Ultraskate. Okay. Suppose Mr. Leonard, congrats on Leonard Van de Peppel, sir, completing 200 kilometers. We'll come to this later. But suppose Leonard Van de Peppel, sir, is riding at, you know, 9 minutes per lap. Okay. So in this space, today, with the elapsed time of 9 hours and 22 minutes, how much distance he will possibly cover? That prediction will be given in the my results race page. Okay. But I didn't do that kind of calculation. This is for you to use it before you plan for the event. Okay. Let's just say I want to put this in kilometers. Okay, I want to do 100 miles, which is 160 kilometers. Okay. So let's say I'm doing it for lap, doing for Dutch Ultra Skate, which is 3.148 or something. Okay. 3.15 kilometers per lap. Let me go to the pace calculator. It will let me know. Mm, Target distance 100 miles. Okay. 3.14. Okay. So 3.14 is the kilometers per lap distance, and I want to participate this in 24 hours skate. So I'm going to give 24 in the hours, minutes is 0, hours is 0. Okay, And if I give calculate split strategy, it will immediately give me the split strategy. Total laps required to do for this Dutch Ultraskate is um, 50 laps or 51 laps. I need to keep 6 to 7 kilometer per hour in the pace. 1 kilometer per pace per kilometer is 9 minutes. Okay, and the speed has to be kept at 6 to 7 kilometer per hour. Okay, target time per lap is 28 minutes. I can take 28 minutes to complete 3 kilometers, and I have to. It has given me the stats achieved needed for the speed and for number of laps. You know, to cover 160 kilometers. Okay, I mean the distance and the target laps for the 160 kilometer thing in this 24-hour race. Okay, so what is the advantage and what is the difference between this pace and lap calculator provided in Dutch Ultraskate? Dutch Ultraskate space calculator provides you information only for Dutch Ultraskate. Miami Ultraskate doesn't have a pace and lap calculator. Misfits doesn't have a number of pace needed to complete the Misfits marathon. There is no pace calculator or lap calculator for. There is no lap, of course, in Flaming Ronde, but you can still use it. Okay, and you can use it for when born WEG. You can use it for Miami Ultraskate, of course. Any other race which has a race track and number of laps needs to be done, you could use it. You can use this pace and lap calculator even for schools and college and any other races that is happening, alumni races that is happening inside your schools and colleges. If it involves laps and distance needs to be calculated. Okay, and it can also be used for bicycles. It can also be used for running. Many sports that is applicable. This calculator is applicable for many sports. All you need to be aware is like the single lap distance. So if I have to calculate for Miami Ultraskate, it is 2.5 kilometers. So for 2.5 kilometers, if I have to do 160 kilometers or 100 miles, in 24 hours, what is the strategy? It will give me the strategy. I have to do 64 laps, 6 to 7 kilometers is my maintaining speed, and 9 minutes per kilometer is my pace, and target time per lap. I need to complete one lap in 22 minutes and 30 seconds, and it has given me the strategy for 24 hours. You can screenshot this or write down in a small paper and stick it to your hand and make sure like every 3 hours or 6 hours you're sticking to that time schedule. Okay, that's my new pace calculator for 24-hour distance skating race. Okay, can be applied for many other sports as well. So I'm a long distance skater, so I've did created this app for that, and I did not write the code. Okay, Gemini AI did write this code, and kudos to Gemini AI. Okay, so this app is available for you in the alienkitchar.com. Okay, if you go to alienkitchar.blogspot.com, you will find many apps along with this app. Okay, right now this is the first, it'll pop up in the first. If you want the link, this is the link to go to the app. Okay, let's get back to the Dutch Ultraskate. Let's go check the weather. Let me refresh. What is the weather right now for the time? It's 10 o'clock in the night in India. Okay, and it's 10 o'clock in the night. It's 6 p.m. in the Netherlands. Okay, Spandam. Wind is 8 kilometer per hour. Temperature has dropped to 23 degrees Celsius. Humidity has dropped to 68%. This is amazing, man. Very conducive environment for doing long distances. Okay, this is amazing. So weather is very conducive, and they can definitely go and do a long distance skating. Okay, and now let's go and discuss the Dutch Ultraskate's results. So 6 hour race for Dutch Ultraskate has been over. And this is the very first time there is a 6 hour race and 24-hour race being conducted together in my knowledge. If you know it was done before, please let me know in the comments. But this is the very first time they did it, and they have done it. 6 hour race is over. First came Shumi Lu, and he has been maintaining almost like 9 minutes per lap. Okay, taking few breaks, very few breaks. Okay, that few breaks would be for consuming electrolytes or food or water or going to the loo, loo breaks. You know, it could be that. Second came Tim Vershaw. Third came Viola Warner. Women, getting third, playing third in the overall category, playing equal to men is amazing. Kudos to Viola Warner. Okay, she is first in the women. Shumi Lu is first in the men. But like if you go for entire overall solo for push and pump in longboard, Dutch Ultraskate 2026 for 6 hour race, it's first is Shumi Lu, second is Tim Washer, third is Viola Bonnet. Okay, so that is that. Mm, Kudos to everybody who has come fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and further. Okay. Next comes the 24-hour team. Loser train is leading, doing 210 kilometers per this 9 hour and 19 minutes. After 9 hours and 19 minutes, they are doing 210 kilometers. Okay. Second is Make Health Insurance Cry Again. They are doing 163 kilometers in 9 hours 19 minutes. Third is Skate Poly Hamburg. They have done 156.9 kilometers. In nine sorry in 9 hours and 22 minutes. Okay, so rest is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can go and check. I've given you the link already. Okay, Thomas Trunback, SUP, he is stand-up paddling. Okay, he is doing alone in SUP session. He has done about 84.726 kilometers. Okay, in 9 hours 19 minutes. Okay. Indian metric system is imperial, so I'm only reading the kilometers. If you are from US, kindly read the distance provided in miles. Okay. Then comes the SUP plus category, wherein like people paddle, people push, people pump. Okay, all the three are allowed in this category. Edwin Cruzwick sir is leading. Last, he has done 100 miles, nearly 100 miles. That's amazing. So Edwin Cruzwick sir last year, due to his sisters, couldn't be able to compete properly, so they limited themselves to 100 miles. Last year, in the Dutch Ultraskate 2025, Edwin Cruzwick sir wanted to do 250 miles. He was preparing for that, but he couldn't do it. But I think this year he is going for it. Okay, in 9 hours 23 minutes, he has done almost 100 miles. Congratulations, sir. And trailed by Adrian Ho in the second place, 147.486 kilometers, 9 hours and 21 minutes. Third is Monique Moise, women, competing equal to men. Okay, doing 122.382 kilometers in 9 hours and 25 minutes. That's amazing. She is first in the women category, but for SUB plus, but she is in the overall category, she is falling third. Okay, then comes the fourth and fifth. And quad and inline skates, all are women. Ellen Bosman is in the first, 150 kilometers done. Congratulations. 9 hours and 24 minutes. Okay. Emma Gruppen, 97.278 kilometers, 9 hours and 25 minutes. Chantal Janssen, 62.76 kilometers in 8 hours 24 minutes. Okay, the fourth one is Mariel Post. In the in the overall category where my special person is going for the record, Leonard Van de Peppel sir is doing 200 kilometers in 9 hours 22 minutes. Paul McMahon is at 197.694 kilometers in 9 hours 19 minutes. Florian Mitchell is 197.694. So Paul McMahon and Florian Mitchell are riding together. Okay, 122.85 kilometers in 9 hours and 19 minutes. If you have watched my interview of Paul McMahon before, Paul McMahon told a story about how Paul McMahon, Florian Mitchell, and my good old friend, I forgot his name, uh, Marvin Rain. Okay, so all the three were in the end in the lead pack, trying to compete for first position. Okay, so Florian Michel told Paul McMahon at one point that I'll let you win in the first place. Okay, but Marvin Van Ryn was in the complete full thing. It was his first Dutch Ultraskate as well, so he was not giving up. Okay, so Florian Mitchell has to race together, and he actually won the first place in that race. And Paul McMahon and Marvin Rain won third place in that race. Actually, that was a very interesting story. So they have a connection and a bond. So they are riding together. Leonard Van der Poel sir is one lap ahead of these two people. So it's going to for top three will be shared by these three people only. Leonard Van der Poel sir, Paul McMahon, and Florian Mitchell. Okay. So rest is all coming in the third position. Congratulations to everybody. So let's see like who has done 100 miles, 100 kilometers, or 100 miles. Okay, 100 miles is the least price that they would be giving. So Paul McMahon, Florian Mitchell, Xavi Patterson. 100 miles is 160 point some kilometers. Okay, so people who have done more than 160 kilometers have done 100 miles. So Lars Hukins, okay, you can find the miles and distance over here. Lena Merindel, she has done 100 miles. Congratulations, Lena. 175.728 kilometers. This is her first Dutch roller skate where she is going over this distance. Okay. First time she had long COVID, she couldn't participate. She did about 75 to 100 kilometers. She was only part of support crew or something later. And in the next Dutch Ultra Skate 2025, she had heat stroke and she couldn't do much. And in this late Ultra Skate, she is performing well. Congratulations, Lena. Awesome. Supports from Sri Rangam, Tiruchirappalli, India. Okay. Kudos to her family as well. And I know them a little more because I interact with them quite often on Instagram. Thomas Borinen, congratulations for completing 100 miles. John Newton, congratulations for completing 100 miles. Okay. And there are very, Todd Lawrence, Fagan Lay will be shortly completing 100 miles. Okay. Congratulations, everybody. That's amazing. Okay. So what else I wanted to discuss is like, do you need me to read the rules for you, or like I'll present you the link and you can go and read the rules for yourself. Okay. So go and read the rules. We are into the race and we are like almost half time to the race. Okay, people have done almost 9 hours of the race. So the website address dashaltraskate.com, so you can go and read it yourself. Okay, it's very simple English. I would present you the link here. You can go and scan this link and read the rules by yourself. Okay, it's very simple. They would have given everything that I said you in there, and you might even find more interesting points which I forgot to tell you. Okay, you can definitely go and read that. And if you need the link for FAQ, same thing, dutchultraskate.com slash frequently asked questions. So let's go to the other website and I'll give you the QR code for that. So this is dutchultra.com slash FAQ. Okay, frequently asked questions. You can also go and read that. You can completely read that and get more information, because like if I'm going to present it to you, I'm just going to read the website right in front of you. If I remember any extra news, I can tell you. Okay, but it's all what is there from that thing only. Okay. um, they have given how you can reach to that Spandam race track, accommodations, links for that. And we're looking at frequently asked questions. Are there any toilets? Are meals provided? No meals are provided. Okay, Miami Ultraskate usually provides lunch. Okay, can I cook my own meal? Yes, you can cook your own meal. Is electricity available to charge? A limited number of power outlets are available. Okay, those kind of things. Okay, you need to go prepared. Okay, and what time does the racetrack open? 7 a.m. When does the racetrack start? Race starts around 9 a.m. So those kind of informations are available here. Okay. Skateboards, longboards, snakeboards, inline skates, and quad skates. Those are the boards they are permitted to participate in Dutch Ultra Skate. Okay. Free skates is not yet introduced in this Dutch Ultra Skate, but free skates are similar to snakeboards, but I do not know they will allow free skates here. Free skates were allowed to be part of Ultra Skate only in China. Okay, we that interview is also there in my YouTube channel. You can go and watch it. Okay, so yeah, that's the free fact and the rules. If there is anything important, I will highlight it for you. Okay, that requires, yeah, helmet is must, man. You need to wear a helmet or get used to wearing a helmet. If I wear a helmet and have, if I'm keep sweating, I'll get migraine. So that's why I avoid wearing helmets for or caps for longer time. But I have to get used to wearing helmets if I'm participating in Dutch Ultra Skate. Okay. Skating without a helmet at any point during the race may be leading to disqualification. So they will disqualify you if you're not wearing a helmet. So I have to manage one of these. I need to buy one of the bicycle helmets and wear it. That's more ventilating. Okay. Participant must register online. Registration closes in 2 weeks once it is open. Entry fee must be paid in first week. Okay, maximum number of positions they have mentioned. Okay, cancellations and all that they have mentioned. If you can transfer the things between the participants, you can do that. Those things were mentioned here. Minimum age is 10 years old, and for 24 hours for 6 hour ultra skate. For 24 hours, 16 years old is the minimum age. Okay, and the team that you're talking about is like the team could be your family. Okay, so if you have a family and a 16-year-old kid, you guys can team up and participate. That is also possible. It need not be a group of avid long distance skaters to be participating in the race. It can be a family also. Okay, then what are all the categories they have? Race disciplines as they put: push pump, SUP, SUP plus, team, and inline quad skates. Okay, 2 to 4 riders are allowed per team. Okay, men's category, women's category, non-binary. That's what told you that they accept every gender. Okay, masters category who are 50 years plus old. Okay. Oh, I don't find Mr. Fabian Bagland in the name list. He's not participating in this race. He is a veteran, no? He is a veteran, absolute veteran. He is a France. He is coming from France. He is a veteran. He is in the masters category. Okay, additional rules for teams and members. Age 10, 16, at least one team member must be an adult. Okay, so one team member has to be adult if you're participating as a family. Okay, and all those rules are mentioned here. Of course, I've given you the link, you can go and read, and I'm only highlighting what is something new. Okay, only completed laps are recorded by timing system will count toward your final mileage. The final lap is completed outside the 24-hour time limit, it will not be counted or maybe partially counted towards your total mileage. In the case of world record, the result will be subjected to ratification by the IDSA for more information. Okay, you get the idea. So what they are talking about the completed lap and partially counted for a completed lap is what they're saying is um, of this race is running for 6 hours and 24 hours. Okay, if you go and see the board of the results page, people who finished first, show me Lu, okay, has completed in 5 hours and 57 minutes and 23 seconds. So he had almost 3 minutes in his hand, but he did not do another lap. So what does that mean? That half lap won't be helpful for counting his success. So he has taken almost 9 to 10 minutes to complete a lap. Okay. So what they mean by uncompleted lap is this: he knows in 6 hours. Uh, he know what is the time now. It's 5 hours and 57 minutes and 23 minutes in his clock since the race began. But he also knows that he cannot complete one more lap in the 6 hours time. Okay, he'll be doing only 250 meters or 300 meters more. So what he did is, like, he crossed the starting line, complete the call that he has completed the race to complete one lap and stopped it. Okay, that's what he has done it. He did not continue. Okay, he stopped it after that. So that's what they're calling a completing a lap. So that is when you're, like, at the end of the race. Okay, so you can't go and climb to skate ideas, say, or Dutch ultra skate organizers saying that I still had time at 5:57, so I went on to do a lap. So calculate at least half lap distance for me and give me the price. You can't do that. Okay, results will be counted for only a full lap, a completed lap. Okay, and I myself have never participated in Dutch ultra skate. I've interviewed extensively a lot of long distance skaters. Only then I came to know about all these things. Okay, so completed lab, uncompleted lab is that, and I leave it to them, like, what this uncompleted lab means. Okay, or if somebody could not complete, they have done almost 70% or 80%. I don't know how they will calculate that part of lab before the time ends. Okay, I leave that to Dutch Ultra Skate organizers and other people. Okay, so that's that. So you need to be aware of your time when you're racing. So it's better you carry a GPS watch with you, and or at least stopwatch with you if you're tracking it on your mobile phone, the GPS activity, because everybody would like to journal their ride for 6 hours or 24 hours to Strava or any other app. So when you're trying to journal, you're using a mobile app or watch, better clock it properly. Okay, and modern watches has lap feature. So once you complete, when you're nearing one lap, you will make sure to time it properly, so it will count as one lap. Okay, when you're completing one lap, and then you can start the lap and end the lap like that. And from when you give the calculation for one lap, your watch will calculate for every other lap, and it will give you, like, you have done this many laps, you have done this many distance, you have done that in this much of time, and all that will be recorded and be a pace lap splits will be uploaded to Strava. Okay, so I have to go and check the Strava page for every people. Okay, right now I'm not showing you all the updates from Instagram coming from Dutch Ultra Skate, team or any other participants on Instagram. Okay, I'm seeing so many updates actually on Facebook, okay, about the Dutch Ultra Skate. All the participants of dropping photographs, videos, and everything. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you because my computer is too slow for any other activity, but to show a few pages for you, and that too only in 720p resolution. Okay, not even 1080p when I'm live streaming. Okay, so forgive me. So that is the results after 9 hours, and 6 hour race is over. Okay, I'll be sleeping now, and I'll be waking up around 7 or 8 o'clock. If possible, I'll wake up early, and I'll cover morning session after 8 hours. Now around 18 hours, I'll cover that, and after the race is over, I'll cover one more session as a video. Okay, about the Dutch Ultra Skate. And for all your information, I'm doing this on my own. I'm doing it voluntarily. Dutch Ultra Skate team or organizers never contacted me to do a live coverage of their Dutch Ultra Skate video. I'm doing it on my own. They are good friends of mine. They have a good concern and goodwill about me. I hope they, permit me to do this. Okay, it's all in the concern, good concern and goodwill. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. I'm not here to sabotage anything. I'm only trying to promote the sport in my part of the country, and thereby also give more light to the ultra skate race in my part of the country. Okay, or anybody who is watching about Dutch Ultraskate. Okay, so make use of my PS calculator. I give given the link in the beginning of the video. Okay, and pass the word to others to get benefited from this PS calculator. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you in the morning. I'm Krishnan Srinivasan, a fine art photographer, a long distance skater, signing off. You guys are awesome. Bye. I'm ending my live stream now. Bye, bye, bye. Good night. And uh, best wishes to all the participants and organizers of Dutch Ultraskate. Bye, bye, bye.